I think this is one of those plays that definitely tells us who we are now based upon who we were. And part of this play for me is people bring their lives, their world perspective to the room. They can't help but bring it. And by considering this case and the details of this case, they all get challenged, and I feel they all get pushed to the edge of their very own story, and they have to see something beyond.
12 guys walk into a room and argue about the guilt or innocence of a young man who's accused of murder. We don't always stay on topic in the argument, in the discussion. We don't always stay on topic. We go off topic. We discuss aspects of the thing. But it's basically these guys are trying to cope with something that is bigger than themselves. And it's a fantastic play.
There's something profoundly moving about this piece. This is a 16-year-old boy who's been accused of murdering his father, and there is an eyewitness. And the whole play hangs on that. I don't want to do any spoiler alerts, but the boy, he's not a good kid. He looks guilty. He has quite a tough resume, a nasty history. But nonetheless, he's 16, and he's going to be electrocuted.
I think there's a lot of relevancy today for, you know, especially in the city, in the context of this city, in a city where there are so many different kinds of people. There's so many strangers here. To have 12 strangers come together and struggle with the kind of ugliness of democracy, the awkwardness and the stumbliness of trying to come together and work something out.
And, you know, talking about people that have opinions and sensibilities that are completely reprehensible to you or counter to you or Paul, you know, that part of coming to a consensus in that room is about listening and somehow finding a space for that voice in the room. There's no way you can come to a consensus if you just stop listening.
If you kind of take the time to look at something extraordinarily carefully and then dissect it even further, it's remarkable what you come up with, and that's what this piece is about. It's remarkable what you can come up with towards the area of reasonable doubt. Nobody is moving for sanctification, but reasonable doubt. And it's beautifully constructed in the drive towards that conclusion.
Basically, if you're doing a play the right way, you're trying to get at the truth, which is what we're doing. We're sitting in this room and kind of working on a scene, and then saying, well, we need to make this more visceral, or the discussion has to be truer, or you have to need something from him. All which brings us closer and closer to the truth, which is what these guys are doing. You know, they're trying to get at the truth of what happened in one way or another. They're trying to uncover it. So that's what we're doing. It's forensic.
You know, that's the hope, is that the audience feels involved, or at least engaged enough to have opinions. You know, and that it's not just cut and dry. There is everyone is right and everyone is wrong in a jury room. That's kind of the beauty of it.